Have you ever met someone and something inside your heart just knows, but they never say it out loud? Maybe she smiles a little longer when you're around or texts you about things that seem so small, yet feel so personal. These are the subtle signs, the hidden whispers of her heart that most men completely miss. Today, I'm going to reveal the quiet ways a woman secretly likes you. The gestures, the words, the tiny moments that scream what her lips never will. By the end of this video, you'll see things you never noticed before, and it might just change the way you understand every woman in your life. Comment below your location, where you're watching from, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more insights into female psychology and relationships. Have you ever noticed how much a person communicates without ever saying a word? It's fascinating because the human body, our gestures, our posture, even the way we breathe often reveal truths that words cannot capture. When a woman secretly likes you, her body begins to speak in ways that are subtle, almost imperceptible at first, yet deeply telling. Think about it: prolonged eye contact, a soft smile that lingers longer than normal, the way she subtly mirrors your movements. These are not coincidences, they are instinctual signals. They reveal comfort, attraction, and a desire to connect that she may not yet have the courage to express aloud. You see, women are biologically and psychologically wired to communicate interest through body language before verbalizing it. A slight lean toward you when you're talking, a playful brush of the arm, or even an unconscious shift in posture when you enter the room. These are small yet profound indicators that she feels drawn to your presence. The eyes, often called the windows to the soul, are especially revealing. When a woman secretly likes you, her pupils may dilate slightly, her gaze will follow your movements, and she may hold your eye contact longer than with others. It's almost like her body is having a conversation with you, one that is far more honest than words. Notice how she positions herself around you. Does she angle her body toward you, even in a group setting, while maintaining a relaxed demeanor? These are subtle cues showing that she values your space and wants to be near you without explicitly saying it. At the same time, pay attention to micro-expressions, the tiny, fleeting smiles or raised eyebrows when you make a casual joke. These little expressions are neurological reflexes. They occur automatically when someone feels warmth or attraction. Unlike words, which can be carefully chosen or withheld, body language is spontaneous and therefore more revealing. But there's also a psychological dimension here. Humans are wired to unconsciously read these cues, and women often use them intuitively to test compatibility. By observing how you respond to these small gestures, she can gauge whether you are attuned to her signals, whether you notice the subtle dance of attraction. For example, if she lightly touches your shoulder during conversation or laughs more heartily at your jokes than others, she's testing if you are emotionally present and receptive. This is not manipulation. It's a natural method of assessing connection. A quiet way of saying, "Oh, I am interested. Are you?" It's important to remember that these signals are rarely dramatic. They are soft, almost imperceptible, and require careful attention. That's why so many men miss them. In our fast-paced world, we're conditioned to look for bold declarations of interest. I like you. I want to spend time with you, or overt flirting. But attraction, especially when it's delicate and private, often manifests in whispers rather than shouts. The subtle lean in, the unintentional mirror of your gestures, the brief touch on the hand during a shared laugh, all of these are part of a silent, intricate language that women speak instinctively. Yet reading these signals requires more than just observation. It demands empathy. You must slow down and truly notice the details. Notice how her energy shifts around you compared to others, how her voice may soften, or how her laughter carries a unique warmth in your presence. These are signs of comfort, trust, and interest intertwined. When you recognize and respect these signals, you create a space for authentic connection. You're not just interpreting gestures, you're acknowledging the deeper psychological currents at play. What is most powerful about these nonverbal signs is that they reveal intention without forcing it into words. They show who she feels safe with, who sparks curiosity and excitement, and who she may secretly desire. Understanding this language of the body transforms the way you perceive relationships. It shifts the focus from waiting for confessions to truly seeing someone's emotions unfold naturally. This awareness allows you to respond thoughtfully, not reactively, fostering a deeper, more authentic bond. In the end, these subtle signs, eye contact, mirroring, light touches, shifts in posture, are like breadcrumbs along the path of human connection. They invite you to observe, to understand, and to act with insight rather than assumption. Pay attention, because when you do, you are not just noticing attraction, you are witnessing the quiet language of the heart. So, the next time you're with her, don't wait for her to say the words. Watch her eyes, her gestures, the way she moves when she's around you. These are the true revelations, the hidden conversations that hold the keys to understanding her feelings. If you learn to read them, you won't just notice attraction. You'll recognize the subtle, profound ways a woman secretly lets her heart be seen. And that awareness, that insight, is the very moment you step into a deeper understanding of connection, courage, and the silent power of human desire. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to effortlessly make others feel seen and heard? There's something magnetic about them, a quiet power that draws attention not through words alone, but through the depth of their engagement. When a woman secretly likes you, this engagement takes on a unique quality. It's not merely casual conversation or polite curiosity. It's intentional, thoughtful, and layered with subtle care. She remembers the little things, your favorite coffee, the song that makes you smile, a detail you mentioned in passing weeks ago. These are not coincidences or acts of politeness. They are her way of showing that she is paying attention, that she values the nuances of who you are. Engagement goes beyond just remembering facts. It manifests in how she asks questions, not superficially, but in a way that seeks to understand your inner world. The topics may seem ordinary on the surface, yet there is a depth to them, a gentle probing that reveals she wants to know your thoughts, your fears, and your passions. This is a psychological signal of interest, because humans instinctively reveal more of themselves to those they trust or feel drawn to. When she asks about your day, your goals, or even your setbacks, it's not idle conversation, it's a bridge, a quiet invitation into her attention and care. Consistency is another key element. A woman who secretly likes you will find ways to maintain connection, even in small gestures. She might text first, reply promptly, or send an article or meme that reminded her of something you once said. These actions demonstrate that you occupy her mind in subtle yet meaningful ways. Unlike casual acquaintanceship, where interactions are sporadic and impersonal, her engagement is intentional, revealing her investment in the connection. She is creating threads that link her world to yours, building a tapestry of subtle intimacy without explicitly declaring it. There is also a philosophical layer to this behavior. Humans are social creatures, and connection is our silent currency. We are drawn to those who show genuine curiosity about us, who make the effort to understand our inner lives. When a woman engages with you in this way, she is signaling that she values not just your presence, but your essence. She is saying without words that she finds your mind, your humor, your perspective compelling. And these gestures are often more revealing than any verbal declaration because they emerge from her unconscious desire to connect. Emotionally, these subtle signs carry weight because they require attentiveness to perceive. If you are present, fully observing her actions and the ways she nurtures the connection, you will notice patterns. How she tailors her communication to resonate with you. How she invests energy in remembering details that matter to you. How she responds to your moods with empathy and warmth. These patterns reveal her genuine interest and her desire to create closeness. They are a quiet declaration of affection, unfolding in real time, almost like a secret code meant only for those who are paying attention. It's also important to recognize the courage embedded in these behaviors. Expressing interest directly can feel vulnerable, even risky, but by engaging thoughtfully, remembering details, and initiating contact in subtle ways, She navigates the delicate balance between revealing her feelings and protecting her emotional safety. There is a quiet bravery in these acts, an understated honesty that communicates more than words ever could. Understanding this gives you a new perspective, not just on her actions, but on the human psychology behind attraction and emotional connection. By noticing these signs, you begin to appreciate the depth of her interest. It's not just about superficial attention, it's about emotional resonance. She is inviting you into a shared space of understanding where mutual curiosity and attentiveness lay the foundation for something deeper. This engagement shows that she is not merely responding to your presence, but actively shaping a connection, creating opportunities for intimacy and trust to grow. Recognizing this is crucial because it allows you to respond with the same intentionality and awareness, building a relationship grounded in genuine emotional exchange. The beauty of this subtle engagement is that it transforms ordinary interactions into meaningful experiences. A simple conversation, a text exchange, or even a casual meeting can carry layers of intention and interest if you learn to read the signs. When you understand the psychology behind her actions, you begin to see that attraction is not always loud or obvious. Often it's quiet, persistent, and deeply thoughtful. A gentle pull that, if noticed and reciprocated, can lead to profound connection. Ultimately, noticing these signs challenges us to slow down, to be present, and to truly see another person. It reminds us that attraction is not just about surface-level gestures or dramatic confessions, but about subtle, consistent engagement that speaks to the heart and mind. When you pay attention to how she remembers you, how she asks, how she responds, you uncover the hidden language of interest, a language that is as old as human connection itself. So, the next time you find yourself in conversation with someone who seems to care in ways that go beyond the surface, don't dismiss it. Notice the effort, the attentiveness, the thoughtful engagement. These are not mere coincidences. They are the quiet, profound ways a woman communicates her interest. Understanding and appreciating these signs empowers you to respond consciously, to nurture connection, and to recognize the silent, beautiful ways attraction manifests. When you see this clearly, you step into a space where emotional depth and genuine human connection are possible. And that awareness alone can transform the way you experience every relationship in your life. There's a certain energy that emerges when someone secretly likes you, a playful tension that exists just beneath the surface of ordinary interaction. It's in the little moments, the way laughter carries a different warmth, or how teasing slips into conversation not out of sarcasm, but as a subtle way to connect. Playfulness, in this context, is not frivolous. It's a psychological signal, a way for her to test the waters without exposing her vulnerability entirely. When a woman flirts through gentle teasing or playful challenges, she is exploring the dynamic between you, observing how you respond, and subtly inviting engagement on an emotional level. This is attraction in its quietest, yet most revealing form. You may notice her teasing comes in various forms: a joke that lightly challenges you, a playful remark about your habits, or even exaggerated reactions to your words. What's important to understand is that these gestures are not random. They are carefully balanced signals. They create a safe space for her to express interest while gauging your emotional intelligence, your sense of humor, and your ability to respond without defensiveness. This interplay of challenge and response is deeply rooted in human psychology. It's a mechanism by which people assess compatibility while simultaneously creating intimacy without the need for direct declarations. There is a philosophical depth to this behavior. Humans are inherently drawn to those who stimulate both their minds and their emotions. Playful flirting is a language of curiosity and connection, a form of engagement that bridges the gap between conscious attraction and subconscious interest. Through teasing, a woman can communicate admiration, intrigue, and desire while maintaining control of her vulnerability. She's testing not only your attentiveness, but also your ability to recognize nuance, the subtle, almost imperceptible signs that reveal her feelings. Understanding this requires more than observation. It requires reflection and awareness of human relational dynamics. Pay close attention to how her tone and energy shift around you. Flirtation is rarely uniform. It adapts to the context and to your responses. A slight shift in her voice, a change in her posture, or the way she holds your gaze during a joke can indicate her comfort and attraction. These cues are part of a complex interplay between desire, social conditioning, and personal boundaries. When you notice and interpret them correctly, you gain insight into not only her feelings, but also the subtleties of human interaction. This is where intellectual observation meets emotional intelligence. There is also an emotional honesty embedded in playful flirting. While it may appear lighthearted or teasing on the surface, it often carries an undercurrent of sincere interest. Her laughter, her mock challenges, or the way she mirrors your energy are all unconscious ways of communicating, of saying, without words, "I enjoy your presence, and I want you to notice me too." These actions require attentiveness to perceive. Many men overlook them, dismissing them as casual behavior or friendly banter, when in reality, they are powerful indicators of attraction. Recognizing this allows you to engage on a deeper level, to respond with awareness and reciprocity. Another important aspect is the balance between subtlety and intensity. Unlike overt flirting, which is obvious and sometimes overwhelming, these playful signals are nuanced. They are quiet, persistent, and require emotional attunement to fully appreciate. A slight nudge during a shared joke, a teasing question about something personal, or an exaggerated reaction to your accomplishments. All of these are part of an intricate, unconscious language. When you learn to read it, you discover that attraction is often expressed most authentically through these understated gestures rather than loud declarations. The psychological principle behind this is rooted in human connection. We are drawn to those who make us feel seen, challenged, and appreciated simultaneously. Playful teasing allows her to explore this connection safely, to observe how you respond to emotional cues, and to build a sense of intimacy without explicit vulnerability. It's a dance, a dialogue that exists between minds and hearts, where humor, curiosity, and subtle attraction converge. When you participate consciously in this dialogue, you create a space for genuine engagement, one where both parties feel acknowledged, valued, and intrigued. Understanding playful flirting as a signal of secret interest also shifts your perception of human interaction. You begin to see beyond surface, level behavior, recognizing that attraction is often a quiet, deliberate, and emotionally intelligent process. By observing these signals, the teasing, the playful challenges, the shifts in tone and energy, you gain insight into her true feelings without her ever needing to verbalize them. This awareness not only deepens your understanding of her, but also enhances your capacity for empathy, responsiveness, and meaningful connection. Ultimately, these subtle forms of flirtation remind us that attraction is as much about emotional nuance as it is about physical presence. The way she teases, the playful energy she brings, and the small intentional gestures are all part of a broader psychological and relational landscape. By recognizing and honoring these cues, you position yourself to respond with insight and authenticity. You learn to appreciate the depth of human interaction, the layers of emotional communication that exist beneath the surface of everyday conversation. So, when you notice the playful teasing, the light-hearted challenges, or the energy shifts in her presence, do not dismiss them. These are the hidden whispers of attraction, delicate yet profound, inviting you to engage, to respond thoughtfully, and to connect in ways that transcend mere words. Recognize them, honor them, and let them guide you toward deeper understanding. In that awareness, you will find the subtle power of human connection and the beauty of attraction that is expressed quietly but felt profoundly.